Welcome to Buckeye High Talk, where we get high and we talk Buckeye. I'm Bucky.
Yeah, I'm Pop Pop.
All right, man. So last week's game, man. Let's just jump right into this shit. That
Let's go first half real quick.
what's that?
That. I said, let's go ahead and talk first half.
That was a horrible first half. Same problems we had against Ohio. We're having trouble in the fucking red zone, and I honestly don't get how. We got tight ends left and right that can fucking make catches, or in the middle. And JJ and Carnell aren't small guys. You lob it up, and they're gonna go up and get it. Like I don't get, and it's not just Julian either. If you pay attention, it's literally all 11 guys on the field are just lost. I don't know how else to
Um,
explain it.
I'm blaming Brian Hartline this week. He did a great job as an offensive coordinator. I just figured out whether he was just trying to get like more on the run, or was he just really like, we're going to get a bust on this run play and we're going to break for a bunch of yards. And he just really thought that shit was going to happen because had Julian been able to throw the ball a lot more, as he showed in the second half, he would have had a whole lot more points than what the fuck he did.
Yeah,
To
but
be
if you
honest.
really go back and you look, man, there, excuse me, the the receivers weren't getting much separation. They had to get JJ going on some short dink and dunks, out routes and things like that. And it just, I don't know, it looked sluggish. And like I said last week, every year we come out of the bye sluggish, slow, and it's annoying to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But we got Minnesota this week, so hopefully, you know what I'm saying, between last week's game and this week's game, we start to ramp it up a bit like we seem to do every year. One of these years that's going to bite us in the ass, and we all know it. But hopefully they get it together. But I can't complain too much. We were only favored by 6.5 or so going into that game. Because don't get me wrong, Washington ain't no bitch, bro. They they uh
They
they
had
they
like the
had
number
one
one.
of the top. They had a top 10 offense, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like their quarterback's no bitch. Their running back's really good. Their receivers obviously show they got hands. They can run routes. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and that defense for Washington wasn't that bad, bro. Real talk, wasn't that bad at all.
Well, see, what I seen was a lot of open windows. I'm not gonna say like players are open, but there was a lot of open windows where I believe that Julian would have been able to fucking dice that defense up like he was chopping onions on a fucking chopping board or some shit.
Right.
Like it was open, but they handed it off. I think I have it right here. Bo had 19 players,
Yeah.
and that's not including some plays and James. He went for 80 yards, and CJ went for 34. Now
Yeah, but how many
that
rushes?
means
Let me ask you this though, before you go too far. How many rushes did CJ have?
nah, no. Yeah, nine,
Yeah,
nine
and
carries.
then James Peoples only had maybe two or three. Okay,
Right.
so between those three, they had about 30 carries, right? Give or take.
Yep.
JJ only threw like, or Julian only threw 30 something times. They ran a pretty
28.
balanced offense this weekend, like
It was balanced.
down
It
the
was
middle.
like, play the first quarter. We played defense all one quarter, bro.
Oh, I know it. I
That's
know it. I'm just saying. Just saying.
like that's
Hey, just saying.
it, like we got. Like I said, we talk about this first half specifically. Just the first half, the O line did their job. Defense got killed on quick passes because You know they were going to contain that quarterback. But once that quarterback got free, the only thing he did, and I'm so upset that I didn't go back and watch him because I knew it in my head. I just didn't know how it would happen. He only looks for his running back and a tight end on a flat or like a quick in the middle, like curl, like something to help him escape because he did not throw downfield. And if he threw downfield, to get lucky, it was on a post route. It was either quick and underneath or quick and over top. Like that was the only thing good. In that special teams, you gotta hold on to the ball, Brandon.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great job.
I think I had just got done messaging you right before that happened, and we had just got what was it, a third down stop, got the ball back and whatnot, and I had messaged you about something. I forget what it was. The second I put my phone back in my pocket and that punt went off, boy, oh my lord, I'm shocked my neighbors didn't call the cops. I went off. I'm not even
Bro,
gonna lie.
I think I picked my table up and slammed it like 2 or 3 times to one table. I was like, what's going on?
Bro,
And
I'm
then,
telling you,
I
every
mean,
year.
because we were going back and forth about all this. Like, offense is doing very well. The offense is doing decent, but the defense is holding up. The defense letting them go these yards. I'm like,
See,
bro, they're not going to tell you.
let me rephrase what I meant by the offense was doing good. The offense was doing amazing between the 20s. Anything beyond that 20, and it was over with. It was like they died. Yep, we got down here. That's enough for us. That 4th and 1 down on the goal, no way he should have been stopped. But he was standing too high.
Mm-hmm.
We're all taught at a young age playing football. Low man wins, right? You need
Lowest
one
class.
motherfucking yard. Why do you not torpedo your cool ass through there, seeing that you had a linebacker right in your face? I'm pretty sure it was a linebacker. I could be mistaken.
And that drive, and you can feel me, but it hurt. It fucking hurt. Because I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know why we run the most obvious fucking plays on fourth and one or
yeah,
the goal line.
yeah. Every
We don't
time.
do a touchdown. We don't do a motherfucking fake pitch. We don't
It
do
was
a
literally 4th and inches. Julian may not be that tall, but give it to him and let him move right up the gut, bro. We got big boys up front. They move
if
people.
you if you don't let somebody stand up like that when running the ball, let it be the quarterback because that running back be right behind me, underneath his ass, getting him over top. Like you ain't gonna touch the ground, bro, or at least in his back, pushing them linemen and bro, like they're not running. Like I know they're capable of like way better plays than them.
See, I don't know whether it's conservative play calling on Heartline's side or if maybe Ryan Day's kind of stepping in and doing, you know what I'm saying? Like he did two
Right.
years ago. I don't know. But whoever it is needs to have a fire lit under their ass because, and I get it, we played that slow ball last year too, all the way up to the playoffs and then ramped it up. Well, you got a fresh quarterback. You got to ramp it up a little more than what you're doing right now. You got to let him throw that ball, let him sling it around the yard, and get loose and comfortable with the Big Ten play. Because, yeah,
And
we
this
got
is
Washington, and they're not the greatest defense. But what happens when we go up against Illinois in 2 weeks, who actually has a decent defense? What happens when we go up against Penn State and Jim Knowles? Yeah, Penn State's offense ain't that great, but that defense is half decent, bro. And it's a Jim Knowles coach defense. We know what that is. We had the best defense under him last year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, granted, that was year 3 with him, but still.
yeah, and it was just his play call. Like I don't think he was really out there letting them boys grind, letting them see him. Like that's why I think that disconnect came in once the championship was won. He just wanted his money. He can't get his money. Like, what happened? He left. He was gonna get that bag, and I don't blame him. He's a great defensive coach. But
100%.
he
I'm not complaining. I mean, Matt Patricia's
ain't
exceeded all my expectations in year one already. You know what I'm
any
saying?
second
But
guys mixed in with a man like I love it. I love it.
yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. You know, the second half was definitely better in last week's game, and I'm not going to complain. Like I was saying earlier, you know, we walked into that game a 6.5 point favorite or so. You know what I'm saying? And all these big wig experts are sitting there calling for Washington to upset Ohio State. We ended up walking out with an 18-point victory. You know, we had what? Over, I don't have the stats written down right now, but what was it, like 300 yards passing or some shit?
208 yards, two
208,
touchdowns.
that's what it was. It was 300 the week
Uh,
before.
Bo with 80 yards, 19 carries. CJ with 34, one touchdown, 9 carries. CJ also had one reception for 4 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Jay
I mean,
had
and if you statistically go look at Julian, he is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NCAA right now, especially in the
let's see.
middle. Apparently, from something I was seeing, now don't quote me on it because it's not a full credit, it's not a credible source, but I would be curious to look into it. But what I heard was something about he's the most accurate over the middle. Now, that's something I want to go look up and find out for myself, clearly. But that
Something
is
about
interesting to think about because he really does throw some very accurate passes. They just have to fucking get a little trust in the kid and let him go. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they
Let
have
him fucking sling that rock and see what he can do, bro. He ain't gonna. You gotta. I've always been a firm believer that when you got somebody new, you teach him what you can, and then you throw him to the fucking fire and guide him from there. You know what I'm saying? How else are they gonna learn? It's like when me and you worked together, and we brought, you came over to the flow team with us. We showed you what we did and what was expected, and let you go, and you rocked out, bro. And you gotta get this kid enough trust to do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell him. You gotta, without even saying the words, you gotta tell him. Show him I trust you. You're the quarterback for my team. You know what I'm saying? We believe in what you're capable of doing, and go from. Let him do the rest. You know what I'm saying? Let him and the boys handle their business. Stop coddling
and
these boys.
since we're talking about what is it here? Since we're talking about accuracy, most of his incomplete passes are him throwing the ball away so he doesn't take a sack.
Yeah,
So like
he's
that boy
smart,
is
bro.
legit.
He's a smart kid. He really is. And I'm excited to see what his future brings. But honestly, I think he's ready to have a little more now. You know what I'm saying? He's proven time and time again he can handle this shit. He went up against a really, really good defense in Texas. Grambling State, obviously it's Grambling State, no offense. Ohio, not much better, but definitely better, competition. They're the top of the MAC. And then, Washington, there are no slumps, bro. And I promise you, by the end of the season, they're going to be ranked in the top 25. I'll bet 10 to 1 at least a 9-3 season for them. If not, possibly a 10-2. They're really good. They really are.
Yeah, they are, but they control that. That's a team that you play good defense against. They control it.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean,
I'm
great, don't
I
get me
love
wrong. They had some things going for them. They were at home, 22-game win streak. You know what I'm saying? The crowd was live, bro. And that stadium is one of the
that's
loudest. But did
that
you
crowd
notice?
plays.
Did you notice what I noticed? There was a lot of Buckeye fans in that stadium, sir.
Oh, dude. I've been seeing clips of it too. They had the OHIL able to still wrap around that whole bitch like it was the horseshoe.
They were.
I was like, yeah.
I was listening to uh, Austin and Burb. Was it yesterday at work? and or no, it was the day before, and they were saying that it was damn near deafening down on the ground level, throughout the game,
Mhm.
but. It was about halftime or some shit. Buckeye fans over in one area were chanting "Go Bucks" loud as shit, like super loud, like it was their house. That's what you
I
call a
love it.
takeover, ladies and gentlemen.
I
Tennessee,
love
Tennessee, Tennessee did a halfway decent job, pretty good job last year in the playoffs. They showed out. They showed up. They really did. But their players bit off a little more than they could
it.
chew. But Washington, no, they showed up. They did. They fought. I mean, granted, our defense fucking phenomenal, and they held them to 6 points.
Payton and McDonald, them
Bro,
boys
I'm
ate.
telling you, Caden Curry and McDonald were both going nutty that whole game, bro. I love what I'm
They
seeing
went
from the
crazy.
defense. I wish they'd fucking tighten up on them receivers a little more, and I'd like to see more turnovers out of them. But that's more or less just nitpicking again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's all
I
we
like
can
the
really
coverage.
do per se with the defense. The run defense looks solid as fuck, and
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you got that pressure this week too.
yeah, yep.
You got that
I
pressure
noticed that
this week.
too. I noticed. We got 6 sacks. Was it 6 or 5?
6 altogether. Payton, he went 11 tackles, 9 solo,
Yeah,
3
he went
sacks,
nutty,
for a
bro.
loss. McDonald had 7, 4 solo, 2 sacks, 3 for loss. And then Kenyatta went back there and got his only tackle was a sack in the tackle.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they went
So they
nutty.
added Washington.
Oh yeah, they went nutty. I like to see that continue. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand when you're dealing with a mobile quarterback, you want to play more containment. But
I
it
just
is
want to
what it
throw this
is.
in
I
there.
love what I'm seeing out the defense. I think the offense is on the right foot. It's just got to clean up that red zone shit. Last year we were very efficient in the red zone, both sides of the ball, both sides of the ball. Now the offense needs to step it back up. And I'd like to see them fucking switch it up a bit and bring in fucking Bo a little more, even on third downs, short yardage. The way he hits that hole, man, I'm telling you. But I told you that
Man,
young man is the future of Ohio State running game. But
while we're
man, he's a big
about
boy too.
while we're talking about defense, I just want to say Ignosa once again played phenomenally.
Get that man his flowers. You already know.
Hey,
Hey,
that dude,
how you go from the most flag CB in Big Ten to nothing. Well, actually, I think it was country. I think he had he was like one of the top flag recipients of last year
no, not last year. He had 0 last year.
for flags. No, he didn't. He had a lot of flags last year.
The year before that, it was the year before.
I'm talking about Igbenogson.
Yes, I am too.
No, he
That was
had
2
the
years.
most last year. I promise you. Igbenogson was the most flagged cornerback last year, if not one of the top most flagged. He got flagged almost every game last year. That's why I've been giving this young man his flowers all year. Every game without a flag means something, Bubba. He's gotten one all year long. I mean, any DB can get a flag. But as long as it's not excessive like it was last year and the year before, because that young man has been flagged so many times in his career, it's unreal. I got this. Most flagged college football players from 2024. Which players in college football had the most flags thrown on them last year?
I got it right here, but it ain't showing what I wanted. What I wanted. Yeah, it ain't showing me what I wanted. But yeah, bro, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to
I
believe that.
promise you, he was one of the most flagged fucking players last year. I promise you. He got at least fucking one every game. At least one. I promise. Because that Penn
I,
State
I,
game, he got a flag, and that's when he caught that interception to make up for it. That was like one of the next couple of plays after. Because that flag, his flag is what got them into the red zone. Right before half.
I'm not saying he didn't have any, but he wasn't
Oh,
leading.
he was one of the top flagged players of last year. I promise you. Promise you. Because even Gus Johnson was talking about it. Even fucking Joel Klatt when they were fucking doing which game was it? The Texas game, I think it was. They had made mention about it.
I'm gonna do my research. We gonna get back.
I promise
We
you.
gonna circle.
Okay.
We gonna
But
circle.
when it comes back and I'm right, just saying.
But
All right,
well,
dude. Let's not spend too much time with this because we're already at about 22. So let's get a quick review of this upcoming game against Minnesota. What you got stats wise, sir? What we
so
looking at
check
here?
Minnesota. This is where this is why they made it a late night game. Ain't nobody gonna get prepared at no goddamn 12 o'clock. Ain't nobody gonna get prepared at no 3:30. They not gonna watch it. This is I'm calling a blowout game. If they're coaching it right and the players play, it's a blowout. We're looking at a defense that's going to allow you to do what you got to do. All you got to do is make the play. Hold on to the ball, run strong, hard, play your position, secure your assignment, make sure it's everything's smooth. Um, let's get into the stats. We're looking at Lindsey, which is Minnesota's number one QB, who's a decent thrower, but not good enough to, you know, he throws to his tight end a lot years. That's his go-to for a quick touchdown. Uh, just for like I need help. He like go to his running back, but he can't really get to it all the time. Um, he has two receivers he go to. Brockington is really nice. Number 0 and then number 8 Smith, but he can't really get them the ball for real. Against Buffalo, Smith had 2 receptions for 76 yards and 1 touchdown. Uh, their linebacker, or let's not go to that yet. But okay, so he had against NW. Who was that? NW
Northwestern.
State.
Northwestern State.
That whatever, yeah. So when they won 66-0, that was the shittiest win I've ever seen in my life. Off rip, Northwestern was throwing interceptions for touchdowns. It was like, hey, here you
Yeah,
go.
so
Uh,
he was like, "Oh, look, I'm gonna throw so many touchdowns to the other team."
he's Nestor, you get it? Nestor had 2 interceptions and 1 going out. And that was like the first like go. There's the first series of the fucking game. So yeah, that didn't really show me that game didn't show me nothing. It showed me they can play, but the quarterback didn't really play. They let 2 other quarterbacks get some action as well. But they also lost their running back. I think that game, their best running back, who is Taylor, number 1. He had 30 carries the first game for 141 yards, but he did not score a single fucking touchdown. Not one touchdown. And then you go to the next game, he hits 1 touchdown. I think that's when he pulled like a hamstring or he might have torn muscle. I didn't really deep dive into all of that.
Right.
And then you go into when they played Cal and they lost, they played 2 different running backs, Davis, and I do not want to mess this young man's name up. So number 7. They split the carries 15-15 basically. One of them had 16. And they both went for some decent yardage. Number 7 went for 85, and Davis went for 44. Um, but it didn't do much. I think they got 1 touchdown out of both running backs. So we know for sure they're gonna try to run that ball at least 30 times a game.
Right.
If it's defense.
Well, it's Minnesota.
Um,
I mean, that's what they do. They run the ball.
one, one good thing is though is they do throw picks. They throw at least 0 to 1 interception, maybe 2 here and there, depends. Uh, their defense, I think, has all of their interceptions came from Northwest. That dog shit ass game. Like,
I don't. I
there's
don't. I don't want to cut you off. Hold on 1 second, brother. I must say, I love your cup. The Mickey Mouse cup. I'm.
yeah, feel
I'm
myself.
dead, bro. I'm dead. But anyways, I'm sorry.
It's not flavorful, but they love to try some sneaky shit. They tried a trick play against Cal. It possibly could have worked, but the defense was way better. But what I am realizing, these dog fights in the games they're getting, they're 3-1, so they come into play. But what I'm realizing is that the game they're playing is just conservative ball. They're making sure they get the right play call, the right lineup. They're playing defensive ball against every fucking team they're going against, and then it's just like the better defense wins. But against Cal, it was really just a better offense. Whoever was going to actually score wins. And then you play Rutgers. Rutgers is in a bad team, but this is where they go up 3-1. And Lindsey goes 31 for 41, which is probably his best passing game all season.
Right.
320 yards, 3 touchdowns. They finally found the running back in number 7. That was their our go-to RB1. He got 12 carries for 37 yards.
Damn.
You got Rockington gets 1 touchdown, 5 receptions, 41 yards. Smith gets 4 receptions for 103 yards. Smith is a go-to creator. He touches the ball, he's creating yards, but he has a touchdown. And then Tracy is one of their sneaky go-tos. If he can't get the ball to anybody, he'll get the ball to Tracy. Him or Gears. Gears is that tight end that they like to go to. Um, their talent on special teams is dog shit. So Brandon Ennis should be able to score.
As long as you hold on
Jeremiah
to the
can score.
fucking ball.
Hey, just preach it, brother, preach it. But that's pretty much all I got on them. Like, they're not showing too much. The game footage didn't look shabby at all. Nothing to be worried about.
I want to see them open it up more. Again, I'm going to say this. I want to see them open it up more. I want to see him go empty backfield, fucking 5 wide, and just let it fucking rip.
It's possible. This is the game to do it. That O line, that's what I was looking for earlier. I couldn't find the whole entire, but everybody on that line, they're not giving up shit.
Austin
Like, yeah,
Servelt
he
has
might
not given up one sack all year, may I say. Going for, boy, Austin Servelt
man,
is a dog, ladies and gentlemen.
they were holding that front, getting that push. They were running.
Tager's the weak link, bro.
I'm
Tager
telling you,
Favola's the weak link.
and they showed they ass. So I'm proud of them boys. But this is where they actually get to like not only show their ass, but show that they can protect that quarterback. And
Excuse my
this is
dogs.
where they work on that craft. They have to work on that tactics in this game because Minnesota. One thing I did notice about their defense is that pressure coming. They got the pressure, and that's what keeps them in the game. They can pressure your quarterback. So this is the lineman's test this week. It ain't about the skill players because Minnesota's defense is going to crumble in coverage. That's why a lot of teams throw that slant route or they hitting that deep ball. Like JJ is supposed to have a game. Carnell's supposed to have a game. Brandon Ennis get caught on the slant. He's supposed to. She's shifty and make a play. He's supposed to have a receiver's game in this game.
Right.
But it starts with that front line of tight ends. If you're getting in there, a block, running backs. If you fake it, play action, you got a block after that, find a man, hit the fucking, knock his lights out, take the helmet off. Like you have to. There's no bullshit this week when it comes to that line because they're doing a great job and they're holding up. We beat the number one team. We doing our damn thing. But this is our big test for me specifically because this is the one team I've seen actually use pressure on the quarterback as a good defense. That's how they get their interception. This is how they make plays on defense. They on tackle and they tackle using assist tackles, bro.
Yeah,
You
well,
can make
this is that game. Our line's gonna refine itself, gel and show out what it's capable of doing. And I think this is the best fit or best time for this type of game because, like I said, we got Illinois next week in Champlain, and we all know how sneaky Illinois like to be when it comes to the Buckeyes coming to town.
yeah,
They
that is the
love
truth.
doing it. Bro, I'm telling you, Illinois is that team that's always been that one for me. You know what I'm saying? That one that you always, no matter how crappy they might be, it's always like, I really don't like going there because they get us a lot. I just don't want that to happen. This is a good season. Yeah, that's that team for me. And they ain't they ain't shit this year. They had that bad loss to Indiana, but bounced back and took care of business last week. Or this past weekend, I should say. You know what I'm saying? So, and who was that they faced? What? USC, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm almost positive.
USC? Yeah.
Yeah, it was USC this weekend, right?
If I'm not mistaken, I took the picture.
I got it right here. Week 5, we had. Yes, Illinois and USC. Illinois won 34-32.
Yep.
There are no slumps.
And
You know what I'm saying? So that
there,
could be a real testy game. So I'm glad that Minnesota's coming up right now because, I mean, yeah, it's Minnesota, but they're not a shabby team either. They're very well coached. So it should be a game, man. It really should. I want to see, like I said earlier, I'm gonna end it with I want to see them open up that offense some more. I need to see some of its full capabilities. You know what I'm saying? These wide receivers need to get open, get some separation. We all know they're gonna double JJ. Everybody knows it. They know it. Fucking we know it. Fuck. Russia
at
probably
this point,
knows it. You know what I'm saying? Russia probably fucking knows it. But open up the fucking game, bro. Feed Carnell. Bring in Miles Graham. Feed him. Feed Ennis. Feed them tight ends, bro. But let's see him pass the ball. And more than what? He had, 7 and some change yards per pass last week? I want to see a couple of deep shots. Kid's got an arm. He's got talent. He's got the
So far,
accuracy.
he's taken one, maybe two deep shots, but he's completed both passes, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm just
But I
saying.
can recall.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And then I want to see more Bo. And yeah, I want. Oh, and red zone. Fucking fix the goddamn red zone bullshit.
Love that.
Bro, it's like they storm down the field. They're badass all the way down, you know what I'm saying? And then they get into the red zone and it's like, what are we doing? I don't know. What,
Why can't you
we're
get
gonna
in the
throw,
end
we're gonna
zone?
throw it small or short. I said small. That's how fucking irritating it is to watch their fucking red zone, bro. I'm telling you, it's just like it's like electricity in my brain, and it just fries everything. It's like, what are you doing? Seriously, again? You're gonna run it into the same exact side over and over and over
I'm
again,
pretty sure.
and be stopped by the same players over and over when you could easily, you're on the 7 yard line. Hey, let's run it to the outside here. Why ain't we doing that? We've clearly gotten a lot of success running to the outside, but yet we seldom do it, and I don't
I want to
understand it.
see.
Sorry, I'm on a
I
rant
want
just for because I was happy about last week's game. I was, but at the same
look.
time, there were so many just stupid calls and mistakes. And as a Buckeye fan, ladies and gentlemen, any Washington fans watching this, I think that was a bullshit call too. I'm sorry, that was not what they call it, personal foul, roughing the passer. That was not roughing the passer. That was just a clean tackle. But it was a
Yeah, that was
horribly referee called game, both on the Ohio State side and the referees. That was horrible. Big Ten's officiating crews, you need to get your shit together. But
But let me say this real quick. Let me say that I want to see the next time that stupid shit happens because I'm pretty sure they are watching our film and like they're like, okay, as far as the Buckeyes, when they get right here, they're gonna put this person in the game, aka CJ. They're gonna try to stack everybody in this I formation, and they're gonna hit this gap right here because they've done it. And they fucking run the same play on the ball. It's so fucking obvious.
so
So
scripted, it's unreal.
I want to see them go in. I want to see a hold, a release with the tight, like put like two tight ends down there. I want to see a double hold and a double release, and I want to see everybody crash in. And then once they're releasing, that's because that back acted like he was about to go in, and he releases with them. He get two blockers on the outside, and he run right behind them into the. Because all they're gonna do is just like peel out and seal it so he can run off the end. And there ain't no motherfucking corners or nothing out there. Everybody worried about that. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Take two steps and then bounce that shit back out and use your speed. Man, that'd be a way better play to run than fucking hit the same gap and see if CJ can power his way through there.
Yeah.
You just made this line run all the way 100 yards down the fucking field, and now you want them to power like this bitch with CJ, who is fucking 50-50 when it comes to this shit. Like, he's always supposed to make that, and he can't do it.
Right.
It hurts my fucking soul because they're 4th-and-1. That's us. We run that shit.
Yeah.
In the middle of the field, we make that shit easy. But on the goal line in the red zone, for real, can't fucking push forward. Nothing. God damn. I don't want Juju mix. I do not want Juju mix because I don't want him to get like fall on or something, something bad happen.
And then
So I
Lincoln
love the
can
run.
come in and light shit up, bro. I
Wildcat,
got
something.
I got faith. I got faith in fucking Lincoln Kingholz, bro. He's stuck with the program all these years. You know what I'm saying? That young man deserves his flowers. Let him fucking run that shit up, bro. Real talk.
Let him get in there and do something. Man, like that boy has earned every right. He's become the Iron Buckeye. He's been here backing up some of the best quarterbacks that I've seen Ohio State develop. Like, let the man get out there, at least show something, not just when we blowing teams out. When we get on that goal line, put Lincoln in the game. They know we're gonna run it, but who gonna run it? Is he gonna give it to the running back? Is he gonna pitch it? Are they gonna run an option? That opens the playbook so much more than fucking putting Julian in there and running the same play to the same gap.
Exact same fucking gap over and over and over again. Like, oh my God, I get Austin Cervo is a dog. And who's that? Luke Montgomery right there, right? He's a dog. But Jesus, everybody knows what you're doing. You're being so predictable, it's unfucking real.
That's all I ask.
Before
Just
we
run
get
some
too far into this
sexy.
rant, because we're already at, oh yeah, we're at 41 minutes. So before we get too far in this rant, let's get into our score predictions. Oh, wait. We got to look and see who had the closest on the uh, predictions last week. All right. So Frog had 46-13. You had 53-13. I had 38-27. So we are all off. All of us. Okay.
Damn.
So.
I'm telling you, man, if they would have got going with the passing game in the fucking first quarter, I would have won this bitch. I would have won. And if they would have threw the ball and not just fucking teeter totter with the run game, I would have won. Excuse me. Because what did I had? They were scoring 6, right?
13. You had the score 13.
13? Okay. So
Yeah.
I was being nice.
All right. What's your score prediction for this week against Minnesota?
I'm getting. I included field goals in my last score, and them niggas did not want to kick a fucking field goal with that, bro. I was so
kick 3, I think.
Not when it mattered though, because I
Not when it
like how I
matters.
tally my shit. I be like defensive this way, that way. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
maybe off like a man. I had field goals all added. I don't even want to put field goals in my shit this week. Uh, ah! No, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do
Today, Junior. I disappeared. Oh my God.
it.
What the hell happened there? That was weird. I just like
I
straight up
mean,
disappeared.
I'm going back with my regular. It's gonna be 56 to 10. No, 56 to 9.
56-9. All right.
That's smoking my.
So I got a feeling it's gonna be 38-10. I'm gonna say 38-10. That's my prediction for this week.
Can I ask why?
Well, until I see more out of the offense in the red zone, I don't trust them. Until I see more out of this play calling in this offense, I don't trust them to put up big numbers. But I definitely trust, fire truck, no, ambulance driving by. Sorry, folks. But, lost my train of thought here. But yeah, anyways, with the defense, obviously I feel confident they're going to keep it at low scoring for them. But our offense, I don't. Yeah, we got JJ, we got all these pieces, but they're not letting him drive. You get what I'm saying? They still got him in the parking lot. They ain't got him out on the streets yet.
I can understand why, but at the same time, I also know that Julian's reading his levels, and sometimes JJ ain't the level, and he missed that wide open shit that they be talking about and replaying. Like, he's wide open, 1-on-1. He can make that play, but you got to think about what's going on in the quarterback's eyes. He can only see what he can see, and he can only trust his gut.
I get that. I get that. But again, you know how many times I've seen man coverage, one-on-one, JJ, and they ain't letting it rip. I don't know whether that's just Julian saying not seeing the field right. I mean, he is young. Or if that's the coaching staff too afraid to let him chuck it downfield. You know what I'm saying? You want to
I
run the
think it's
ball. You want to be so, how do you say, balanced with your offense and run, and then, pass, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Use that play action pass. Get JJ one-on-one streaking down the fucking sideline and fucking lob that bitch the fuck up. We all know if it's one-on-one, JJ's open.
yeah, but
What did
it can
Will
also
Howard?
be under.
Yeah, but what did Will Howard say last year? If JJ's one-on-one, he's open. How many times did Will Howard or throw short? You know what I'm saying? And they had to backtrack for it.
Well, he was really good.
JJ is amazing at tracking the ball. So, I don't know. Just my personal opinion. Like I said, I feel like they're playing a little too timid still. So until I see otherwise, I'm gonna give them low scores. You feel me? So,
I got
you got anything else to finish off with, Bubba?
you. Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't either. So on that note, we appreciate you guys sticking with us. We'll have more next week. We're gonna try to get a more of a set schedule for dropping these. Sorry for the last couple being late. That's my fault. Got busy and we recorded late. But with all that being said, catch you guys next week. Stay high. Go Buckeyes.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.